The women's ideals, body ideals, that's what I'm going to talk about now. I've been thinking about this after, of course, studying this online on Instagram, especially where, of course, you have a lot of pictures from women and clips, video clips and stuff. And I just came to the conclusion that normal body type with women's body type isn't very popular anymore. And what you see is either these women with perfect figures, really slim, and very often also kind of, buff or whatever. They work out a lot, have really like lean, wiry bodies and look almost like robots, many of them. Or you have women who are really big, to put it that way. And another thing is, why can't a man nowadays say that word about a woman? I mean, you cannot call a woman the F word anymore, or even overweight. Say that she's obese or overweight, or but man, they get body shamed all the time, both by other men and women, I guess. But that's a topic for another discussion, maybe. So yeah, I mean, I've noticed that today men seem obsessed, and even some other women, women who may be, into other women as well. Um, there are either a lot of them are obsessed with these really women that are body types who are really, you know, I don't know the right word for it. Uh, full body types, right? As I said, big overweight, and I don't get that. All right, I mean, I know there was always people, men especially, who liked women who are like, they say you can hang on to, like you got something to hang on to, but I don't think there was so much popular. I mean, so many men that really were into these women like today, and especially not in European culture. Let me put it that way. I know that it's different in different countries in parts of the world. There are parts where there always was a lot of men who liked these women who are the opposite to skinny, let's say. And also, by the way, you cannot even call a woman skinny nowadays. Even that is, rude. So I got a lot of flack for calling one woman skinny once in a chat group. So anyway, yeah, well, I don't give a. I'm gonna say it like it is. I don't care what you think. You can kick me out. You call a spade, as they say, and yeah, of course, I was always willing. Now I'm kind of lost a little weight. I'm still a little, not perfect, but I'm willing to admit I'm not perfect. So why the hell won't these people admit they are not perfect either? I mean, if you weigh like 50 pounds above your, normal weight compared to your height and stuff, then, I got news for you. Your body is not, you know, in a good shape, So when or the same if you weigh too much under, of course. But, I mean, as I said, this is not good. They should not encourage women who are struggling with weight problems to just keep that way, stay that way, not lose any weight, because now these sick bastards, they are just, as they call them, fetishists, anyway, whatever. And yeah, and now it's really become big. It seems very popular. Also, you have people or men who like skinny women, and I don't know really. I'm not the one to really kind of. I personally do prefer maybe women who are a little slimmer, but they don't have to be very slim. Anyway, for me to like them, how they look anyway. So, but anyway, this is just what's wrong with being normal? I mean, average, and why must all women now who are not struggling with weight problems go and exercise so much that they start to get muscles that they start to look like men physically, or they get too, as I said, lean and wiry, and it just looks unnatural. I mean, it looks like they got two tubes everywhere, like around, or some kind of rods, steel rods. Yeah, it just doesn't look good to me. And whoever thinks that looks good, I just feel sorry for those guys, because it's not nothing wrong in staying in shape, God forbid. However, there is something called too much exercise, too much training, weightlifting, whatever. And yeah, so it's really now become all about contrasts. And I mean, when you are in the middle, like average, like you don't exist on. I mean, you you are not really considered that attractive or whatever, interesting. And there's a lot of body shaming, and like now people who we know now what happened, like with some celebrities that used to be overweight, like Rebel Wilson and Adele, and before them it was Jennifer Hudson. They all lost a lot of weight, but not everybody. I mean, Jennifer, she lost it pretty quickly after she became famous, so that's another thing. But the other two, yeah, they were kind of big for a long time, and then suddenly they lost a lot of weight, and now they look better. But you know, you might wonder. I mean, have they lost? I mean, they did used to be role models for all women or girls who struggled with weight problems. And now what are they? They are. It's like saying, you are not, really worth much unless you lose weight. You will not be. You can't be famous. You can't be successful in the long run anyway unless you become slim or slimmer. So I don't know. That's also not maybe so positive. However, as I said, when it comes to now, I'm kind of contradicting what I said earlier about women who should not be encouraged to. Yeah, I mean women who are too big, too overweight should not be encouraged to stay that way. That's for sure. However, I'm not saying that they should look perfect either. I mean don't have to look slim at the same time. It's nothing wrong to look a little, you know, fuller. I mean, you know. So yeah, but it's too much about looks today, of course, and whoever doesn't look so good is either too skinny or too overweight. They also they have a poor chance of finding their mate, to call that way, their partner. And I know from my own experiences when I was you know overweight, like more overweight than I am now, and we you know nah nothing happened there. No way, man. I once thought that this girl or woman liked me, but then she was like, "No, sorry, you're not my type." After she likes, guys who are, have six packs and stuff. So, also that, but that can also inspire you to try to look better and work out. So that's a good thing, I guess. But on the other side, ideally, nobody should have to change in that way just to look acceptable, to be more acceptable. But that's such is the society we live in now more than ever. Even people were, I guess, hoping that this would change, but I don't think it hasn't changed at all. I mean, if not gone even worse. I don't. So let's put it this way: the main reason for somebody wanting to lose weight should be their health, right? Getting better health and decreasing the chance of something like a heart attack happening or whatever, cholesterol attack. I don't know, diabetes, of course, yeah. And the number one reason should not be that they look better and so they can impress somebody, whatever, you know. That should always be the secondary reason, definitely. So, and if you do start dating with someone, I don't know if you are whatever, man or woman or boy or girl, and that person starts saying, like if you stop training, working out for a while, and that person goes, oh, you are starting to put on weight. Maybe you should, start exercising again. I mean, probably that person is no good for you. I mean, unless they are saying that for your own health, but I don't think most often they are saying that because they don't want you to gain weight, and they don't want to be seen walking around holding hands with somebody that isn't in good shape. And so that's how it is today, very superficial in society, definitely. So yeah, that's some food for thought there, man. Men and women. But my main point is, why must everything, like these girls that we see on Instagram, why must they have, for instance, either fake boobs or they have muscles and really exaggerated physiques? Why can't they just be in shape and that's all? Like ordinary in shape, right? Lean but not like looking like some female Terminator or something. That's really there's no reason to go that far. And the dieting and what's that bullshit called now that many people do, autophagia or something, I don't know, something like that, like when you don't eat for a day and a half and then you eat again. That's just BS. Don't try that. Don't try that. Just get enough exercise or get enough motion and you eat properly, and that's all. That's all you should do. So yeah. Anyway, remember that. All the best.